Right, guys. Now, Romelu Lukaku has had a lot to say in the past 48 hours, mostly about his own future, but also just a few hours ago, also about the future of his former teammate Lautaro Martinez. He said that Martinez should not move; he should stay at Inter because he will be back there soon. This man signed a contract 6 months ago, not even 6 months ago, probably about 4 or 5 months ago, if that, for Chelsea, the supposed his boyhood dream club. And they're going to be paying him handsomely in wages. They're going to be paying him probably around £300,000 a week at a guess. Maybe not that much, but 250,000 at least they'll be paying him. And he cost them 97 million up front on top of that. So, say 4 months into your contract with Chelsea, that's going to be a long contract, it's going to be at least 4 years long, that you're already planning your move back to Inter Milan when you should be at the peak of your career. I'm not saying that Inter Milan is where you go when you're finishing, I'm just saying you're at the peak of your career. It's halfway through a season, and Chelsea are, they're an ambitious team right now. Although they've gone through some poor form recently, they're going for the Premier League, sort of, and are also still in the Champions League and the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. They're pretty much in fact, they are in every single competition and can win every single competition they're in. The Premier League is still not over. Man City have got a bit of space between them and Liverpool and Chelsea. But, it's not over. And to say that in the middle of the season, just to basically throw question marks at your future at the club in your first season back at the club halfway through it's ridiculous. And it's ridiculously disrespectful to the rest of his squad, to the manager, and to Roman Abramovich, who has had to pay a shitload of money to get him. It's ridiculous from Lukaku. And what he's also said about the tactics that Thomas Tuchel is using in the team at the moment. Well, Tuchel's been there 6 months longer than you have, and he was using those tactics before you came in the club. He was using them for the entirety of last season. They were what won him the Champions League. Let's not talk crap here. Chelsea would not have won the Champions League last season if Frank Lampard was in charge. That's no disrespect to Frank Lampard. It's just the truth. The system that Thomas Tuchel deployed at Chelsea was what got them or won them the Champions League, because they're the players to fit that system perfectly. Playing Reece James at wing back and Ben Chilwell or Marcus Alonso at wing back, it suited the team so much better than playing four at the back. However, the system Tuchel uses still has a number 9 in its an out number 9. Now, Chelsea, that was the one thing Chelsea were missing last season. They had Jorginho and Kante in the middle, perfect duo. They had Alonso, Chilwell, Reece James in the wing backs. They had numerous centre backs who were very good last season: Antonio Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Andreas Christensen. They still had Kurt Zouma last season, so they had lots of quality players. And also attacking midfielders in Mason Mount, who else? Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner played there, and he did better than people like to make out last season, although his goal scoring wasn't great. Kai Havertz also played very well. So they had a lot of but like great players in every position. The one position you could argue they didn't have was the number 9. And that's where Lukaku came in. In fact, Lukaku was Chelsea's only big money signing during the summer. And this season, he got off to a good start. He scored against Arsenal and Aston Villa, if I remember correctly. And since then, it's been fairly average at best, if we're being honest. I mean, he has had an injury, and he's only just coming back from the injury, and he's had a good couple of games recently. In fact, if he hadn't made those comments, you'd think, oh, he's coming back into form, he's going to play, he should play well for the rest of the season, hopefully. But, like, and it's not a case of, like, Inter Milan would easily welcome him back. One, they haven't got the money to buy him back. Hence why Antonio Conte left them at the end of last season, because they basically told him that they haven't got the money for him to take the club where he wants to and like invest on the players, and they had to sell players to make a profit. They're sort of in a similar situation, but not as worse as Barcelona. So yeah, they're not going to buy Lukaku back. And plus, even if Lukaku was even if it was a case of his contract runs out in the summer and he's on a free transfer, the Inter Milan fans wouldn't welcome him back. It's not like they're wanting him back. They even put up like messages on walls on the streets saying, well, we don't want you, or that sort of thing. I mean, I'm 100% sure that wasn't a direct translation, but it was something along the lines of that. And I can't understand why he thinks that like he can kiss the badge. He does that at every club. He's done it at Everton, Man United, Chelsea the first time, Chelsea the second time, Inter Milan. And yeah, he has no problem leaving them. Like what I will give him is he does try his best when he is on the pitch. It's just he hasn't been up to the standard of what Chelsea thought they were getting in a £97 million striker, and he's basically just stuck his middle finger up at Tuchel and the players. Like, why not? Would you say that in the middle of the season, in the busiest part of the season, the December-January period, why on earth would you come out and say something like that? Why on earth do you think Chelsea paid all this money for you? And also, at the start of the season, why was he going on about, oh, it's my boyhood club, my hero growing up was Didier Drogba, and you know, this is where I want to play football for a large part of my career. It's just made you look a bit like a knob, hasn't it? I don't know why I'm saying you as if he's watching this video. That's confusing, but it's made him look a bit like a knob. I'm not even a Chelsea fan, but it just frustrates me, because you would be frustrated as a football fan if a player like this was in your team. It's ridiculous. And I can completely understand Chelsea fans' disappointment at him. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much what I've got to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.